People who support a bill allowing immigrant families housing access rallied at the statehouse this morning. The bill would increase protections against discrimination from landlords during the application process. The House also heard testimony on the bill this afternoon. ABC 22's Jordan Barber tells us what advocates had to say. She joins us from the statehouse.
Many of those who gathered in support of the bill here today shared personal stories of discrimination they've faced as renters.
Vermont policymakers can and should take all available measures to protect the dignity, wellness, safety, and well-being of immigrants living in our state, while simultaneously strengthening consumer protections for all Vermonters.
The bill would prohibit landlords from requesting Social Security numbers during the application process, instead requiring them to accept any form of government-issued ID. In addition, landlords would also be prevented from charging application fees. Existing discrimination policies would also be expanded to include citizenship and immigration status.
So not having a Social Security number is treated like a scarlet letter. Wherever we go, whenever we try to find housing, we're denied.
Will Lambeck from Migrant Justice, who translated for English and Spanish speakers, tells me a pared-down version of the bill, which doesn't prevent landlords from asking for Social Security or include immigration status as a protected class in the Fair Housing Act, was passed in the Senate before moving to the House.
I think there's some confusion and misinformation about the bill, that it would prevent landlords from conducting background checks or credit checks on applicants, when in fact that's not the case.
The bill, as introduced, had more than 35 legislative sponsors. Representative Leonora Dodge, who had been leading the charge, says she hopes lawmakers will consider the bill in the original language.
When Migrant Justice says that we are in desperate need of a legislative change, this body needs to listen. This House needs to listen.
Advocates say no matter what today's outcomes are, they will continue to fight for the full bill. Reporting from Montpelier, Jordan Barber, ABC 22 News.